What's up, guys? I've got an extremely informative half guard study for you that I know is going to improve your jiu-jitsu. We're going to look at a 15-minute drill session we did. I'm going to commentate over it, pointing out crucial details, decisions, variations, and more. All in high quality 4K with slow-mo to see easier. I organized the sweeps and submissions together to optimize your learning. For those that are new to the channel, my name is Jordan. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I make educational Jiu-Jitsu videos with my wife Nikki. We aim to make learning Jiu-Jitsu easier, so hit that like and subscribe button to join our community. Look out for some crucial concepts you'll see on display, like how I prioritize winning the grip battle, how I never let Nikki grab my head, I stay on my side, and I never let Nikki grab an underhook. These are very important for success in half guard. Alright, so we start off with the John Wayne sweep, and like always we're going to be fighting for those grips because whoever wins the grip battle is likely to win the war. And you can see here I have the sleeve grip and the pant grip, bringing her over my body and shooting my hips underneath as deep as possible, making her weightless. Let's see it again in real time. Let's reverse that. I'm here, I shoot my hips underneath, putting her hand towards the belt line and then bring her over my body. Alright, so now we're going to jump right into some submissions, starting off with the omoplata. Nikki goes for like an arm weave pass and I counter by getting that inverted omoplata. So in slow-mo, you can see that I control the grips, I shrimp out, and then I invert over my shoulder. I make a little funny face, I keep going, get that figure 4. And now I want to pull Nikki's shoulder towards the mat, that way I can isolate her shoulders, getting maximum power on the omoplata, forcing the tap. So now I get an omoplata off of the underhook, and because I'm still on my side, even though she has the underhook, it's not going to be nearly as effective, and actually use it to my advantage. So look, she shoots for the underhook, I control the opposite arm and kind of get to like a rubber guard, but without putting strain on my knees, like really pulling really hard, and come up and get the tap. So now we're looking at the loop choke, and this is a choke that's pretty underutilized. I remember I showed it to one of my private lesson students and he started hitting this instantly on everyone. We just pull the head down, looping our hand through and kind of flexing our fingers towards the ceiling. Alright, so this is a really cool knee bar where we bring the leg to the other side and we want to catch the leg in the armpit. That way we're at the end of the lever, physics, and then we get the knee bar tap. So in slow-mo, we bring the leg over, almost going to this like inverted position with our shoulders. I almost bring Nikki too far over, but I correct it by really catching good in that armpit, bringing her over, and then crossing my feet together, catching the leg with 2 hands and extending with my hips. So this is just a simple arm drag, just grabbing a hold of the tricep, pulling it across our body. You can see her elbow kind of gets stuck, so I had to use my hand to help it, and I'm going to roll all the way through to get the back. Here's another arm drag where I break the grip with 2 hands, and then I come up, and then I grab the waist. From here, this is the simple like off balancing sweep, and in slow-mo you can see that I'm anticipating her turning her body over, and then I'm blocking her arm and just doing a back roll basically. So here I try to go for the same type of sweep, and we start off with some grip fighting, and Nikki's doing a really good job of not letting me control those grips. And from here she tries to grab my head, I stop her, and we end up in the same situation where she turns her hips and I almost get her over, but what does she do? She steps back and passes my guard, puts me in side control, so good job. I try to go for a Kimura, but Nikki does a great job of staying tight. I try to outbalance her with the same sweep, but she does a back step, and now I'm just keeping space and trying to get like a wrestling switch on her, but it's not working, so I gotta shrimp out very quickly and make some space. So I call this a half guard flower sweep because it's basically the same principles and the same grips. We grab the sleeve, we grab the outside of the pants, and we want to turn our knees to the outside and get that sweep. So you can see again in slow-mo, controlling the sleeve, she tries to pull away, not happening, and now I turn the knees over, coming up on top, and making sure secure position. This is a very similar sweep, but Nikki's going for like an arm weave this time, and because she doesn't have my legs smashed together, I'm able to flare my knee and negate that pass, and instead sweep the same way I did before, and I immediately pull my leg out, back step as I come up, that way I don't have to pass the guard. So now we're going to look at sweeps based off of the underhook, and this is basically the dog fight position. You can see I'm prioritizing her not grabbing my head. I'm keeping my right hand like a T-Rex, pulling the underhook tight and pulling Nikki on top of me so I can slide my knee out. And this is really important. Take a look at this. Keeping my hips above Nikki's hips is going to make it so I win the scramble. It's very important when doing any wrestling. So we're here grip fighting, and I initially go for the flower sweep again, but I feel like her weight's not right, but it creates the opportunity to get that underhook. So then I go for the knee, can't get it, and then I go for a second time. This time I get it and drive her down. So look how important grip fighting is. I'm not doing anything, trying to go for any sweeps until I get the grips that I need. And I'm just prioritizing not letting her grab my head until I find that opportunity to find that underhook. And once I have that underhook, I loop my hand through, and from here it's pretty much checkmate, guaranteed sweep, and I come up to mount. So now I go for the underhook, and instead of getting the overhook, Nikki tries to circle her hand in for the underhook herself, but doesn't manage to get it because I keep my shoulders super tight. And because of that, I'm able to take the back right where the overhook would have prevented that. Alright, back to some grip fighting and waiting for my opportunity until I can grab an underhook. Once I do, I find some space in Nikki's left leg being off the mat, and then now I triangle my legs and come up to my knees very easily. I try to do the same kind of thing here, but I can't quite get it, but no big deal because I just finished the sweep just the same way I did previously. Again, prioritizing not letting Nikki grab my head, I grab my underhook, I start going for that sweep, but Nikki's pressure is too much for me, so I use that pressure against her and redirect it the other way. So you can see here again, grabbing the underhook while still protecting my head, pulling her on top, and now grabbing the pant and then turning to the other side. This one's really cool where I get the back. So I get the underhook and Nikki goes to back step to negate my sweep attempt, and instead I hook her leg and pull her into my back control. So let's look again, slow-mo. We're here, Nikki goes for that back step. I catch it with my shin and my foot, and I pop my head out. Her hips aren't quite in the right spot for strong back control, so I pull her right into my lap and I take her back. Alright, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you're still here, please leave a comment or a fist bump. That way I know that you guys are watching these longer type of videos and want to see more.